Hey everyone, it's hipu Picks here. Haven't put a video out lately just because, life happens and, well, life happened. So, anyways, this whole mess of locks got sent to me by a Texas gym. We did a nice little trade. I sent him 6 locks, he sent me 7, so hopefully I'll make 7 videos out of these, though for some of them I doubt it. Got a nice little steely. I'm gonna make this a little better. Alright, I got a nice little steely. It's kind of like a Y1 keyway, but the curve is just a bit less extreme. It's very, very smooth, but there's a lot of tension you have to overcome to even get the cord to start interfacing with the shackle itself. It's got to get past a certain point, or else you can't even, you move it this much and you can't even open the shackle yet. You have to move it about, I'm going to say about 20, maybe 25 degrees before it'll let you in. Anyways, he used a Y1 key for this. The bitting isn't that bad. I feel like this is probably unmodified, so I could probably rake it open maybe. Maybe there's a security pin in there or two, but that tension's just making it nearly impossible to SPP in it, rake it, bump it. I don't have a bump key, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't work. He also sent me a Sergeant. This is probably a 1.5 inch, maybe 1 5/8 inch cylinder. It's just a 6-pin, fairly unmodified on the outside. I know I was expecting this to be a 9 or a 10-pin lock or something that he pinned up crazy, but no, it's just a 6-pin U keyway. It's been picked out a lot. I haven't been able to get much more than a fault set on this thing. The bitting is not that bad. There we go. But yeah, not much more than a fault set. Then you got this Ezkura with this nasty bitting. It's just like it's like a 99099. It's a 5-pin lock, but there's a nice curve on there, and it's just, I have not been able to get much with it. Most of my picks won't even fit around that curve. I might have to manufacture something to do this. All my picks and tension wrenches are manufactured. That's probably why I'm not at an advantage over other people. I'm just one of those gorilla types that makes my own stuff. It's not like I'm poor or anything. Got this Schlage C keyway mortise. I think this is about, say 1.25 inch maybe. I'm gonna say 1.25 inch mortise. So it's just a bit longer. You can hardly notice that it's actually 7 pins. That 7th chamber is there's some really weak metal on that back area right there. But that's, not exposed. But and then he milled out the rest of this key. The bitting isn't that extreme, but he milled out the key to all the way onto the handle to get that to fit in there all the way up to the 7th pin. That's one way of doing it. And we got this Eva he sent. I think some of the springs are missing, because it's a little floppy, like you can hear. Yeah, it's pretty floppy in there. The bitting is got a high one at the end. It's a bit difficult, but it's a wide open keyway. You can drive a truck through it. So really, it shouldn't be too bad, but I don't know what kind of pins he has shoved up in here, and I just haven't been able to get much off of this thing. I've gotten some very, very deep fault sets. I'm not sure if I've been able to set the last pin. I know I've definitely set pin number 4, but I'm not sure that I can actually set pin number 5 with my current equipment. So I'll have to manufacture something for that. This SC4 is, I'm not getting into this right now. I don't have the pick. I need to make some deep hooks to get through the warding, because that's an extreme angle, and I know for a fact, I don't know if this is on purpose, I would be willing to bet it's on purpose. Pin 2 and pin 1. Pin 2 is pin 2 binds first, then pin 1. And almost every time I'm in here, I know for a fact I overset pin 1 when I'm setting pin 2. So, I have not been able to get in here. It's really smooth. It's probably not incredibly weird, but yeah. And then here's what I'm going to be picking today, just because it seems like the easiest thing here, and I've already picked it. This is the only thing I've really picked here legitimately. I haven't really peeked. That's called cheating. It doesn't have the greatest bidding in the world. It's an Abus, but it has a Y1 keyway. I have a Y1 key somewhere around here. I think it's under here. Y1 blank fits right in there. Definitely Y1. So the curve isn't crazy. Actually, the curve is kind of crazy, but I can work with it. Y1s aren't difficult. Last time I picked this, only took about 2 minutes. Well, maybe a little more than that. Time flies when you're having so much fun. Let's, oh shoot, I got it out of the frame. I need to be more skilled at camera work. Alright, so I'm using this tension wrench, which I made. I have no idea how thick it is. I could pull a caliper out, but I really couldn't be bothered. And then I'm gonna try to rake it with this 17 thousandths. Sorry about the lighting. Oops. This tension wrench doesn't like staying in there though. It's really difficult to keep it in, and it likes getting grabbed. It likes somehow getting hooked onto the end of this thing. I've tried to rake it so far. I haven't actually got anything, but I get some pretty deep fault setting when I rake it. Anyways, actually, I'm gonna make sure my tension is fairly light. I'm just gonna start raking it. Already it's getting real crunchy. But oh, it seems like it's getting deeper and deeper. I have still not released my tension yet to try over. But it's really deep, but I think I'm gonna have to reset that. I definitely overset something. But it is really, really crunchy in there. I'm thinking there's some serrated key pins. Maybe I can get past them. It'd just be kind of hilarious if I get a Texas gym lock open with this thing. I'll have to sell this on eBay if I get it open. I'm definitely putting some damage on those key pins. I've got brass flying everywhere. Now I did smooth this. I'm not sure what would be flying brass everywhere. Oh, I'm getting lots of little clicks, which is, oh, and there we go. So I'm going to be selling this on eBay. Starting bid is $3 million. Alright, let's keep this in frame. I know that much at least. And I'm going to zoom out. The focus. Maybe I'll move this out of the way. Got my new lock lab. It's Bosnian bills, but it's scaled down to fit on a print bed that we had to work with. Oof. Let's. Alright, so. Gonna. Shoot. I'm not sure if I can reach my tool for pulling these things off. Aha, I can. Alright. I like this thing. Makes pulling these things apart a lot easier. But it is a Euro cylinder, so I think I'm going to pull it apart backwards, just because, and there also might be some of those flywheel pins in here. I seriously doubt it, but alright, we got some nasty penmanship. There we go. Oh, that one looks pretty corroded. I think I'm gonna pull the springs out as well, just nobody really does that, and that always peeved me. I'm wondering what springs someone's using. I like making challenge locks in case nobody noticed. So that's just the thing I like to look at. These are actually stainless steel tweezers, which everyone gets bugged about, but they are non-magnetic. I don't know how that happened, but they were a couple bucks and I got them. So we definitely got a couple of different types of, let me just dump that. We got a couple of different types of springs, only 2 different types, and I'm not sure if that's intentional. So, turn that around. Alright. Now let's dump us out some key pins. Oh, and we got serrations on the key pins. I'm going to show the plug last so that I can keep everything in frame until it doesn't matter anymore. Because I'm totes legit camera work. Alright. Okay, so got that in there. I'm taking my, we got all 5 chambers are threaded. Nothing else wacky going on. Inside of here is smooth. Alright. So those are usually pretty difficult. Only someone crazy like me would be willing to do that. Alright, so here's our pins. Actually, let me see if I can get a little closer than that. There we go. So, this is great. So we got this, these are Texas gym pins. There's really not much in the way of names for these. I mean, it's, you can call them serrated at best, but they're just wacky. And then you can see the, inside of that plug. All 5 cylinders. So, yep. Go. Set this thing back down. Cool. Well, I'm glad I got through this video. Only took 3 takes, and one of them was because of using the wrong SD card, so I'd call it a success. Anyways, stay safe and stay legal, I guess, or something. Don't do drugs. Okay, bye.